what's going on, guys? If you've ever sold on Amazon, then you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say price tanking, right? But I want to tell you a little bit about it, and so that maybe it'll ease your mind, hopefully, but also let's just put an end to this as well. Okay, so price tanking, we've all been there, right? We've all gone out, we found a product, we researched it, we looked up even on Keepa what it's done over the year. You know, we've figured out exactly what we want to do with this product. We think it's profitable, and we see that there's a lot of it available. And so we decide, okay, we're just going to go in and spend a couple grand on this product, only to find out that it's a race to the bottom and that some of the people that have the product are just going to try to undercut you until it's no longer profitable for you to sell. And in your mind, you're thinking, I don't know how it's profitable for them to sell either. But as the great Massive Family, or Nate told me, and if you don't follow Nate, go ahead and check him out on Twitter. It's Massive Family. He told me, you know, you should never ever assume someone's cost, right? And that's true. That, like, just because you went in the store and found it for, I don't know, $9.99 doesn't mean somebody else didn't get it wholesale for $4.99, right? And so when they undercut you, they can control all of the sales, and then you don't have to worry, or they don't have to worry about competition from people that bought it for higher that can't profit at that rate. So you have two options, right? You can wait them out, but without a tool like Helium or Keepa to look at what other people have in stock, you'll never know whether you're going to be able to wait them out or not. It could be a situation where they have so much and they keep replenishing so often that they'll just always control the buy box, and you'll never, ever meet that price of profitability where you can sell yours. So you can do that, or you can say, hey, I'm out. I'm going to pull all of these listings and send them back to myself, pay the little bit of fee. If you're one of those people that likes to return to the store, I advise against that, because you need to be held accountable for your purchases, and you can't run a long-term business returning stuff to the store. But if you are one of those people, you can go ahead and do that and bail yourself out that way, and it's a lesson learned, right? Or you eat the cost, right? Or it wasn't a returnable item. It was something that it took longer than 30 days to get in and out of the cycle, so you couldn't return it in time. Now, I had that happen one time, and it was actually a really awesome situation because it worked out the best possible way it could have worked out for me. And so what happened to me was I went out and found a bunch of Nerf guns on sale at Target. I bought them all. For some reason, Target was pricing them at like $7.99, and these were selling online for $23. So I was like, this is awesome. So I case packed 18 of them together into one case to make sure that they went in one shipment. And we'll talk about split shipments on another video. But to avoid a split shipment, I basically case packed the items, and they all went to my local warehouse, and when they got there, maybe one of them sold before the price tanked below my profitable level. And so they sat and sat and sat, and it was coming up on a month, and I thought I might as well just remove these, because the amount of people, and that's another thing that we'll touch on some other day, but if you're sourcing from places like Target and Walmart and stuff like that, you're sourcing the same place that everyone else is sourcing. And so if you found it on the shelf for $7.99, chances are hundreds of people across the nation found it on the shelf for $7.99, and it's only a matter of time before it shows up in massive amounts of quantity in the place that you're selling it. And so I realized this, the amount of sellers on the listing kept going up, and it was just a good thing for me to pull it. And what happened was Amazon lost the inventory. And so Refunds Manager, I didn't want to pay the 25% to Refunds Manager. So I went in and handled the reconciliation myself without them being able to get to it before they could get to it. And it resulted in Amazon admitting that they had lost the product, and they reimbursed me the full amount for each individual item. And so it was almost as if, now the cost or the price that they gave me to reimburse me for was obviously much less than the sale price I could have had, but it was still a profitable rate for me, and it saved me from having to wait for them to come back and return them to Target and look like an asshole returning 17 Nerf guns to a Target. But instead, they lost them, and they paid me for them, and so it was the greatest thing ever. I got paid, and Amazon put that in there, and then I let Refunds Manager let it rip on everything else, because at the end of the day, I don't like having to reconcile, and it's just a pain to have to keep track of that when you have multiple shipments going in, multiple SKUs, you're outsourcing, you're trying to list, you're trying to do all this other stuff, and so it just becomes a pain. So I highly recommend them. But that's not really what we're talking about. It's price tanking. So there is a fine line, right? and I'm not suggesting that we price fix, right? Because that is illegal. It is illegal for firms to get together and decide that they're not going to go below a certain price on a certain item, right? Because then they can basically control the market and everyone wins, right? And that's highly illegal. There's no, you're not allowed to price fix. So I can't like specifically say what items. I can't say specifically what price. I can't say anything specific about what I'm trying to say. All I'm trying to say is if there is a volume of sales at a certain price, don't be the newbie that goes in there and tanks the price lower by a penny until you can finally get everyone out and ruin the amount of profit you're getting just so that you can sell more units. You need to do the math on that, right? And sometimes maybe it'll come that you're right about doing that. Like the increased volume of sales would result in you getting your money back faster at a lower profit margin, but it's better because you're getting all the sales, right? But like if you're doing that to like make 50 cents an item and you could have been making $5 an item and the velocity didn't really change, the only difference is all your competition got weeded out, then you're just being stupid, right? And not only that, you're kind of ruining the price going forward after you're done selling it. If it's just something that you found and you want to do that, it'll take a while for the price to recover and stabilize and stuff like that and make it profitable for everyone else. So all I'm suggesting is that you dumb price tankers stop doing this, right? Stop just racing to the bottom. So there's two type of people, and I tried to address the situations early in the video that would, result in somebody validly doing that, like with validity, because sometimes there are times where the sales velocity of you controlling the entire listing and having the buy box and having nobody else that's able to go to your price, resulting in you getting all of the sales instead of splitting it between 5 or 10 or 20 different competitors, is a better outcome for you, right? If the profitability is still good based on the price that you paid and you're getting more sales, then you've done a good thing. But also, if like there's not a lot of competition on the item, like there's only 2 or 3 of you, you're not splitting the sales that many different ways, then by you lowering the price below that margin to where you're barely making anything but you're controlling the entire listing, you've actually lost money doing that. And so you need to really, really be smart. And so if you are a new Amazon seller and you do this and you have your repricer set to outbid people by a penny, I don't know why you would do that. I just match everyone because there's enough sales velocity on the items. Like if you picked a good item, there's enough sales velocity on it that you don't have to compete like that. You don't have to be a shark that races to the bottom and ruins the price for everyone. So I just wanted to address price tanking and kind of clear up that there is some situations where somebody might be undercutting you and it's not really within your control, and it's not something that you should bitch and complain about because it's something that is in the best interest of the person that's doing it. But there's a totally different type where it's just a new seller. You can see them all the time. They've got terrible negative feedback. They won't last long on the platform, and they just think that the lowest price wins, and those people are idiots, okay? Those people are complete stupid idiots, and I want them to stop doing what they're doing, either stop selling on Amazon, get banned, hurry up and get banned, or listen to this video, listen to what I'm saying, and do the math to figure out what the best price point for you is based on profitability and the sales velocity you'll get at that price by splitting it with all the other competitors that are able to sell it at that price. I hope this makes sense to you. I hope it clears it up. I hope if maybe 10 people even see this and stop price tanking, the world will be a better place. But also for us people that are selling on Amazon that think everybody's a price tanker, it's probably good to view this and see that there are situations where it's okay for this person to lower the price. In fact, it might be more beneficial to them. So hopefully this video was helpful to you. Hopefully you got some value from it. If you want to see more videos like this one, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I'm always talking about flip content or stuff that you can sell for one price, or buy for one price rather, and sell for another. And that could be stock market, that could be sports cards, whatever. I'm just all about making money, trying to talk to you about the things that make me money and help you maybe catch a nugget there that will help you make some money this year and further your situation and get you to your goal or whatever it is that you want to do in life or whatever you're trying to get out of this. If you like the video, go ahead and like it, share it with a friend, comment what you think about price tankers, but in the meantime, keep on flipping.